Hi class, so the learning objective for this lesson is I can divide objects into equal sets. We did this the other day on our Zoom and I want you to do this with me again today so we can practice a little bit more. So what you're going to need to get for this lesson is just 10 objects. I've got a container right here with a whole bunch of different animals in it. Let's see, I've got some cows, I've got some chickens right there, there's even some pigs, some horses, I'm not sure if these are wolves or dogs maybe. Here's a dog. So I'm going to count out 10 of these to use for our lesson today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right, so I've got 10 different animals here. Okay? Get 10 objects. They can be anything as long as you've got 10 and they're small enough to move around. All right? And what we're going to do is we're going to practice dividing our 10 objects into different sets that are equal. Remember, equal means that they are the same. Okay? So make sure you've got 10 objects. Let's count them. Make sure there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got 10. Now I want you to use 4 of those objects. So pull 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've got 4 we're going to work with right now. Take your 4 objects and divide it into 2 equal sets. Okay, so I'm just going to put one set here and one set here. You'll notice I go back and forth to make sure they each get a turn. Alright, so I have got my 4 objects in 2 sets now. How many are in this first set? 2. And how many are in my second set? 2. Check yours. Do you have 2 and 2? Okay. Are 2 and 2 equal? Yes, they are. That's exactly what we're going for, is dividing these into equal sets. So they're the same amount in each group. Take your objects, put them back in your pile. And we are going to do this with 8 objects. So let's count out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I've got my 8 objects right here. Let's divide our 8 objects into 2 equal sets. Go ahead. Divide your 8 objects into 2 equal sets. How many did you get in each set? You should have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first set, and this set should be equal to that, so it should also be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you should have 4 and 4. 8 divided into 2 equal groups is 4 in each. 4 for me and 4 for you. All right, put all your objects back together. Got it? All right, we're going to take all 10 of our objects and divide our 10 objects into 2 equal sets. Okay? Go ahead. How many did you get for each group? How many objects are in your first set? 5. Okay, and how many objects are in your second set? 5. So if you have 5 and 5, then the 2 sets are equal. They have the same amount. You can see that if we line them up, they have the same amount. All right, friends, so let's try dividing our objects into more than 2 equal groups. All right, put all 10 of your objects back together in a pile. Okay, we are going to use, let's do 8 objects. Okay, so let's take 8 objects out of our pile, which leaves 2. All right, so using these 8 objects, I want you to divide these 8 objects into 4 equal sets. 4 equal sets. One set here, one set here, one set here, and one set here. Divide them equally. All right, so if we have our 8 objects and we divided them 4 different ways into 4 equal groups, how many does each group have? 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's try that again. Okay? Let's try that again. So put all your objects back together, all 10. All right? You got that? Okay. We're going to use 9 of our objects, so we don't need 1. You got 9? We're going to divide these 9 objects into 3 equal sets. 3 sets. Okay? 1 for you, 1 for me, and 1 for a friend. All right? 3 sets. Go ahead. Take all 9 of your objects, divide them equally. For you, for me, and for a friend. And when each of these sets has the same amount, when they're equal, then you know you're done and you've used all your objects up. So if you look right here, look, you have 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3, and our friend has 1, 2, 3. Are those equal? Do we each have the same amount? We absolutely do. Very good, friends. All right. Thank you so much for working with me today to divide sets, or to divide objects into equal sets. This is something that can come in handy if you're at home and maybe you're helping with dinner and you're wanting to make sure that everybody gets the same amount. You can think about this skill that we just learned. Or even if you're playing with your toys and you want to make sure that you're sharing with your friends or your sister and brother, you can work on dividing into equal sets.